Have you thought about setting goals for this year and aren't really sure where to start? Today, I'm going to be talking about my 4-step process for setting goals and planning out the actions you need to achieve those goals. By the end of this video, you'll be able to set your own goals and own plans for this upcoming year, whether it's a musical goal or singing goal or learning guitar. And one of the first steps, which is what I call a pre-step, is actually looking back at what you've already achieved in the previous year or previous time frame so that you can sort of use that as a boost to your confidence to be able to see what you've already done. I will share a couple things from my most recent accomplishments. This year I was able to release 6 songs that I had written, and I was able to grow my YouTube channel to 605 subscribers and over 110,000 views. The other thing that I reflected on was, what did I learn in this last year? Because in order to achieve those things, there were a lot of baseline skills that I just didn't have. And so one of the things that I learned was being able to record songs with multiple tracks, so being able to separate the song into voice and guitar and drums and whatever other else types of tracks you wanted to add, being able to layer the songs. Another example of something I learned was being able to use Canva to create thumbnails for all of my YouTube videos. The third thing was learning how to create movies using iMovie and doing all of the editing and getting a little bit more fancy with the editing as time went on. So those are my baseline accomplishments. That brings us to my 4-step process. The first step that I would start with is look at my current state, and I've kind of already done that with some of the accomplishments that I mentioned, but you would be looking at sort of where am I today with this thing that I'm interested in doing, and I'll use the example of in this upcoming year I want to learn how to play guitar. So my current state might be I have just bought a guitar but I've never played, or it could be I want to buy a guitar and play guitar but I haven't even looked at guitars yet. The next step 2 is understanding your desired future state. So what do you want it to look like in the future? Do you want to write a song on guitar? That could be an idea. You could also think about, I want to learn chords on the guitar so I can play a specific song. So those would be sort of visionary goals to have. Moving into step 3 is having concrete measurements for success. So the first example could be you want to learn 5 chords this month. Another one might be I want to write a song in the next 30 days.
If you're enjoying this video, please remember to like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for supporting my channel.
Moving to step 4, an action plan. And this is what are the actions you're going to take in order to achieve your goals. The first action plan could be, if you don't own a guitar, would be to do research and buy a guitar. Another example of an action plan step could be play a song 2 times a day for 5 days, so then you would be able to learn and play that song. So what I thought I would do is go through my examples of goals and the things that I'm going to be doing for each of those. So the first one is learn Travis picking and be able to sing Don't Think Twice, It's All Right by Bob Dylan. And my goal is to achieve that by April 1st. In order to break that down, I had identified some steps like watching some videos about Travis picking and practicing Travis picking 5 minutes a day, and then practice putting all those things together, being to play, sing, and then ultimately record that. The next goal, number 2, is to create another album with 6 songs and release that by the middle of the year. And this goal, I would need to actually write some new songs. So in order to achieve that objective, I would need to perhaps do a songwriting challenge where I write 3 songs a day for 7 days and get 21 ideas for new songs. Another thing would be I would have to practice those songs and be able to record them. Then the third goal that I have is to monetize my YouTube channel, and I'm getting closer but not quite there yet. So I would need to come up with ways to increase my subscriber count from 600 to 1,000 and then increase my watch hours to 1,200. In order to achieve this goal, I need to continue making my videos every week, and I need to improve my click-through rate on my thumbnails, and so monitoring those and measuring those over time, and then continuing to monitor my progress. So those are the goals and the action plans that I have set out for this upcoming year. I hope that by me sharing these with you, it gives you inspiration to go and think about your own goals and some easy and quick actions that you can take in order to achieve those goals. So if you have some goals that you'd like to share, please include those in the comments below. I would love to hear what goals you have coming up, and hopefully I can help you meet some of those. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I will see you on the next video.